Good morning, everybody, and this is your Dow Jones day trade setup for today. So before we get into the Dow Jones, just one thing to point out: the Nasdaq is just on a ripper right now. So on where are we today? Wednesday. So Monday we had a day where the Nasdaq was up to just over 2%, then it was down over 2%, then was up sort of 2.6%, then it was down 3%. So it was a volatile day and pretty much all over the place. Yesterday the Nasdaq was up 4%. So that's basically built a massive engulfing bar on the daily on the Nasdaq. S&P obviously has followed suit. The Dow Jones hasn't really, although we haven't really fallen as much as what the S&P has. And basically what's happened is we've come back to the previous high here, 32,107. We have sort of printed a little bit of a new high there, but you can argue that that has been rejected. And then we have a little bit of a micro double top here. Now, as I said earlier, I'm looking for a pullback onto structure, and the structure for me is down here. So I'm patiently waiting for 31,695, 31,700. That is the area that I'm interested in buying this at the moment. Now, at the moment, we are kind of confused. We've got a range bar, we've got buyers step in, and then typical after hours price action, we are dropping. So that is kind of typical what happens anyway. So if you look at the 3 hour, massive exhaustion bar onto a level, inside bar, then an inside bar, then complete confusion, then another attempt at the level, and then an engulfing bar, which failed. Important thing to realize is look at the oscillators here. They are separating, and remember, when they separate and they cross far apart, in other words, this one is still kind of in the 80 section here, that's the 80, and this one is down by the 20. So this is my fast moving, this is my slow moving stochastics. When they start crossing over in that format, you can expect a pretty violent move to the upside. And just see if I can find, I don't think we've seen one. There's kind of one, but it was a fairly strong move. But I'm looking for, haven't seen one in quite some time. It's been basically grouping on the upsides and grouping on the downsides and buying, and the moves happening off that. So I'm going to look just a little bit longer. Okay, there's an example, but it's not quite what I'm looking for. So yeah, that's the fast moving stochastic. This is the slow moving stochastic. So slow moving stochastic higher up tends to be violent. You can see that by itself was a violent move up. I'm just going to look a little bit more, and then otherwise we're wasting time. You'll have to just take my word for it or do your own research, and you'll see what I'm talking about. I don't see one recently. Okay, just do your homework, guys. It's trust me, it happens when you see a massive break above. You probably find it on the lower time frames more than on the 3 hour. Okay, moving averages pointing up, really looking interesting, and I think we also got a little bit of structure in the area where we are now. Basically, this swing low of the other day. So at the moment we're kind of below. Well, not kind of. We are below yesterday. So yesterday was pretty much a range bar, a range day. Look at this. There's my previous swing low. Here's a swing low. Look at the diversions. Look at the grouping here on the hour. I'd be very cautious of trying to short this and expecting this short to continue. So this little sell-off here was obviously some profit taking over the last couple of days. But again, the buyers will come in off structure, and I don't have that level bang on. So let's just make sure we've got the zone done. Right. I'm looking to buy in 39,700 or alternatively 31,632. That's pretty much my move at the moment. This does look like bottom of range right now, so that's something to bear in mind. So it could very well just hold this level here. What I would be doing on the open is watch the 15 minutes during the Europe Open, and not the pre-market open, during the proper open. See if this holds. If this holds, then there's a good opportunity for a long up to the top here. Alternatively, wait for the US Open and then take the trade accordingly. But at the moment, it's kind of, you've got a bit of a flag here, which would, if you break this trend line, draw it in. If you break that trend line there, then obviously you're looking for a target up in this area here. So yeah, it kind of a difficult one to call at the moment because of yesterday's price action. Yesterday's price action, you opened there and you closed there, so that's a red pin bar on the daily. But we can't really see that, can we? There we go. So that's a red pin bar on the daily. I'm still not convinced either way. So for me, this has been a decent break. That's the structure. That's a consolidation. That's the move. That's what I'm looking at. So just be patient, guys. Wait for the structure. So either we're in a range which is going to break the upside. If it is a range, then your measured move is according to this, and it'll probably line up on the same area, pretty close. And the other one is this previous consolidation, which is up. And bear in mind, we've got a shoulder, head, shoulder structure here as well. So I'm easy either way. We can drop down to this area here, 31,630s, 31,700, and then we can look for opportunities to buy off that structure. It's pretty much my view on the Dow at the moment. And yeah, as I said earlier, just watch the 15-minute. That's going to give you the most information at the moment. Okay, that's it for me. Hope it helps, and we'll catch up with you later. Cheers for now.